Hi everyone, welcome to the Tuesday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks here on the 11th day of December, 2 weeks until Christmas. Not a lot of real cold weather to talk about in the run-up to Christmas. We'll talk about the longer range later in this video. Today was a pretty cold day, and that's despite a rare, generally sunny December day. We don't see many of these days at this time of the year. It's a little bit hazy at times today, but otherwise, yeah, the sun was shining for a lot of the day. It's clouded back up this evening. But overall, it was a nice looking day. It was just a little bit of a struggle temperature-wise. We started this morning in the lower 20s, and we topped out at 33 this afternoon. That's about 5 below the average. Records today, 61 on the high side, and 5 below back in 1958 for the record low on today's date. For the month, 3.7 inches worth of snow so far at the Youngstown Warren Airport. All right, weather across the country, pretty quiet with a couple of exceptions this evening. Pretty good-looking storm up across the Pacific Northwest this evening. Weak low pressure out here across the Midwest, dragging a weak front east. This is what's going to bring us the threat for just a little bit of snow as we go into tomorrow night. Speaking of a little bit of snow, some flurries and snow showers downwind of Lake Ontario this evening, and Northwest PA might get clipped over towards I-79. Might get clipped by a random flurry overnight. It's not going to be much to write home about. It looks like a pretty quiet night overall. Our model here for tomorrow shows dissipating front across the region. I think there can be some intervals of sun tomorrow, but not as consistently sunny as today was. Some of the modeling is trying to spit out a few flurries or a little touch of snow in the evening on your Wednesday. I'm not buying this totally just yet. I can't rule out a late day or evening flurry, but I think the better chance of a little bit of snow will come later at night during the wee hours of Thursday morning. Basically a dying front heading in, and this could try to coat the ground, especially on grassy surfaces in some spots, but otherwise pretty non-impactful. I think it's out of here before daybreak on Thursday. Overall, a quiet day on Thursday with a mix of sun and clouds. Forecast gets pretty challenging as we go into Friday and the weekend. A lot of model differences on the northward extent of this next system. The latest run of our in-house model here, I suspect, is too far north with the rain on Friday. I favor a more southerly idea with this. I have a low-end chance for rain Friday, but only in the afternoon. I really don't think it's here in the morning. And again, I think the higher chances are definitely to our south on Friday. And weekend at this point, kind of a tough call with the rain or no rain. At this point, I'm leaning towards the idea that most of the rain is going to be to our south on Saturday. But stay tuned for updates on that. That's this system right here, scooting across the southern tier of states. Again, the farther south this low tracks, the more confident I am that we'll be on the dry side over the course of the upcoming weekend. Now, as we go into next week and in the run-up to Christmas, it's not a super crazy warm pattern. We're not going to have a December like we had a few years ago back in 2015. But, you know, when we look out a week from now or even a little more, you know, you trace these lines, and they all take us back to the Pacific, not coming in this direction out of the Arctic. So this will be a Pacific air mass for a lot of the medium range. And so our confidence pretty high that we'll be above average for a lot of the time in that 6 to 10 day period, and perhaps even all the way through day 14, all the way to Christmas. Now, the modeling is starting to hone in on a pattern change right around Christmas. It might be right at Christmas, might be a little bit after Christmas. A cooler looking pattern. It doesn't strike me as super crazy cold or anything, but probably not as mild as the preceding pattern, taking us into that last several days up to Christmas time. And, you know, over the next week, no matter what model you look at, very little snow heading our way. You know, maybe some trace amounts here and there, but no impactful snow in the cards for mid-December this year. In case you missed this last night, I showed this on Weather for Weather Geeks. Our historical odds of a white Christmas are 46%, and that's the definition being an inch or more of snow on the ground. That's our definition that we'll use as a white Christmas. So historical odds, 46%. Given the mild pattern preceding Christmas, I'm going with lower than average odds this year. We're 2 weeks away, so lots of time to fine-tune this. But I don't see many opportunities for snow before Christmas unless it happens at the last minute. There'll be a pattern change around Christmas. Not sure exactly when. If it turns colder by the 23rd, 24th, maybe at the last minute we get a white Christmas. But before then, not many chances of cold and snow here in Eastern Ohio and Western PA. That's it for Tuesday night's Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks as always for watching. I'll have another edition of this video, same time, same place on Wednesday.